Hey guys, this is our next update, and we thought what we'd do now is try and solve these riddles or puzzles or clues or whatever. And so what they've given us here. So over time we've been tracking the map and kind of adding in our own things as we know, forevermore it's been announced and so on. So as we've got it, there's three things that are up in the air that have not been confirmed by Knott. So first off, in front of Tooth Fairy, you have the old Dominion of the Damned area. And so we've got that as and it's actually been newly painted. We've had some thoughts on that, so we'll talk about that. Then there is Trick or Treat, which is tough to see anything going on there. So the former home of that. And then lastly, Calico Mine Ride. Besides that, all of the usual areas have been identified, have been announced. Gunslingers, Infected, Pinocchio, all of that. Obviously, Dead of Winter's taking the place of Trap this year, so we know those things. So I think those are the three locations we're dealing with. So now the next thing is, of the three sets of clues, what goes with what? So I think actually we'll start out over here with clue number 2. We've got the medical bracelet, the electromagnetic radiation detector, and then the phone number to call. If you call this, it'll take you to a website. There's a lot of little clues there if you look at past episodes of the show. It talks about sightings, the number itself, 666, obviously. The Mark of the Devil in 1973, the beginning of Scary Farm. We are thinking that this is going to be some sort of more interactive maze in front of Tooth Fairy at the former home of Dominion of the Damned. That is totally a guess, but thinking, I don't know, maybe kind of Infected meets a traditional haunt. Maybe they take, 8-10 people at a time, kind of Infected style with a guide. Maybe you're going to do some ghost hunting. Maybe it's an old, maybe a rundown, hospital or a mental hospital, some deranged place with some evil spirits that you're going to investigate, but in a smaller, more immersive, interactive way so that they can kind of manage the show and put on a little bit more of an interactive experience there than just kind of the traditional haunt maze. So just a guess, who knows. Next up, let's go to the former home of Trick or Treat, maybe the current home of Trick or Treat. Well, this looks an awfully lot like what the tricksters used to give out, or I shouldn't say used to give out, used to throw out last year at the beginning Scareway. That could have nothing to do with anything, but that's what, looking at it, it looks like one of their treats that they throw at the beginning of the show. They tear up the puppies and really love that. And then the pewter grave digger looking guy. It says Reaper at the bottom, so kind of Grim Reaper, tricksters, maybe Trick or Treat's coming, kind of with a slight modification or a little bit of a re-theming, similar to what they're doing with Voodoo and Gunslinger. Maybe a Grave Digger's theme attached to it. Maybe the tricksters run wild with it. So I don't know. I'm thinking Trick or Treat coming back in some kind of variation on that. And then lastly, heading over to Calico. Thinking that's where this comes in. So it's been the Witch's Keep in the past, and wondering, well, first off, up front, have no clue what this is. We'll have to put a lot more thought into solving that. But this, I'm thinking maybe the witch returns, the Witch's Keep, but maybe this time she's joined by many of her friends in there. Maybe the scare actors make their return to Calico Mine Ride. And so, again, a bit of a retheming there, but a little bit more of a spooky experience as actors are in there. It's been redone for a couple years now, so it might be time to revisit, kind of adding the actors back in and seeing what that is. So who knows, maybe we're close, maybe we're totally far off. I'm sure we haven't nailed anything, but those are our guesses. So you can let us know your guesses in the comments section, and then we'll know for sure at the Scary Farm Media Night, Annual Pass Holder Night, this August 26th, Wednesday night. So follow along with us at that on all our social media as well. So until next time, we'll see you in line at Knott's Scary Farm.